Okay, so hi guys. I'm Alterock. I play a bit of Brawlhalla. If you didn't already see some of those videos on my channel. This video, as you saw in the title, is going to be a spear guide. Basically just like combos, stronger attacks, like when to use them. And then I'll go over specific like my main, sorry, not rain. My main is Orion, as you can see. But here, hold up, I gotta change something in the bot settings. The my preferences for controls might differ from yours. I personally I like to use the WAS settings. Some people will like change that. I don't know what, but that doesn't really matter because we're just looking at Spear, and I have this really awesome Spear of Wisdom skin because I watched a Twitch stream, and this Meta Dev Orion skin. So let's start off by just looking at our attacks. We have Neutralite. It's this quick little thing right there. It does hold you in place for a little bit, and you can see the two flashes afterwards. That's how long you're stopped for before you can do another attack. If you hit it, however, it's only one little blink, and then a yellow blink, a blue blink, and then a yellow blink, meaning that you can do something within that time as long as it's another attack, I'm pretty sure. But that's Neutralite right there. If you just tap your light attack button without doing anything else, or without holding like sideways or down, you will do a neutral attack. Then there is your side light. That also, it'll swing twice if you're not on them. Same thing. It has the two blinks afterwards. That means you're stunned for that amount of time. So yeah, that's pretty good. The hitboxes are pretty alright. It hits slightly above, I believe. Like, if I get them up, I can still hit them while they're in the air a little bit in front of me. But your best defense against air with a ground attack is your downlight. You can see it lifts you straight up into the air, and it attacks like on that diagonal. If you dash into it, you can come in for a really nice read there, and immediately do something off of it. So those are your three ground attacks. You got your neutral light, your side light, and your downlight. Now into air. So we have our neutral air. See, it hits like that and does a total of, I haven't been listing the damages. So damage, you can see, neutral light, that does 14 damage. Side light does 14 damage. And hold up, I gotta set them to jump. AI setting jump right there. And downlight does 11 damage. So slightly less than the other ones, but that's alright because it's really great at guarding. Now we've got our neutral air, which does 14 damage yet again. It's pretty reliable. It's a little like field around you. You can kind of like juggle with it. It's really great for that. If your opponent's weaponless, you can do the jumps into it, come up with a recovery and hit him into the sky. Anyway, so that's pretty reliable. Unless your opponent has like a farther range weapon than you do, then you don't want to be pulling neutral lights left and right. Anyway, it's same as with the neutral light. It will if you can pull it off if you aren't holding sideways or downwards. Anyway, so that's the neutral air. Then we have the side air. The side air is really nice. It does 16.99 damage, so nearly 17 damage, as you can see. It's a really great kill option for the spear, because it's got so much variable force. As you can see, I can hit it, and it's like really nice for guarding you. It's a nice distancing attack. So that is the side light, or side air, sorry. I really like it. It's really nice. Now we've got the down air. You can see it hits nice and below you right there. You can hit it back and forth if your opponent doesn't move, but I wouldn't suggest doing this in a ranked match because nobody's going to really fall for that. And eventually it starts failing. However, it comes out really quickly. It's great for guarding yourself if you're in the air, but you want to make sure because it hits slightly in front of you and below. So the hitboxes are below you. However, it's slightly in front of you. So if you're like over here, you are going to, if you were like stacked on them, you're going to miss. You're not going to miss. Never mind. Anyway, so those are the light attacks for the spear. Now we have our recovery. So let's say if I just get him into the air here, we can, okay. Let's put him to jump. The recovery is another good kill option. It does 15 damage, as you can see. So that's my neutral sig. It does 15.1 damage right there. So actually it does that do less? Yeah, it does less than the side air. Anyway, that is the recovery. It's got, you can see, recovery does have the 2 blinks as well. I think spear is, it might be the same with all the weapons, but I could be wrong. Anyway, that's the recovery. It's pretty nice. It's that little helicopter above you. Really great for guarding yourself on the sides, kind of over top. And opposite to that, we have our ground pound, or just our pound, which is like a helicopter flying downwards, which does the same amount of damage as the side air. Really nice. If your opponent's on the ground, you definitely don't just want to pull this out and like float down like that, because it's pretty slow compared to some other recoveries, or not recoveries, sorry, ground pounds. Your opponent could also jump up and punish you for that, so you don't want to do that. Also, the recovery is slightly longer than every other attack. You can see it's 3 blinks. Anyway, so those are the regular attacks on the spear. Now, for Orion specifically, he's got 3 sigs, like everybody else, signature abilities. They're your strong stuff. So we've got our side sig, which is pretty nice. It hits slightly above you, just like the side light on the spear. And it travels pretty far. It hits for 26.4 damage, which is pretty nice. I do like it. We've got our, we've got our down sig, which does 27.9 damage. That's amazing. And it comes out really quick, like as quick as a light attack, which is really nice about it. You can hold it like every other sig. It does that little power stance right there. But yeah, that is his down sig. We also have our neutral sig, which can hit on the ground, which is really nice because I just threw my spear. Okay. Yeah, the neutral sig, it can hit grounded or it can hit them while they're in the air because it's got that little clip thing. And even if you don't hit them, it's going to finish that animation. So you're stunned there for a little bit and you can be punished from the back. Say he was a player and I'm doing this right here next to him, he'd be able to come up and hit me because I've got how many? 3 little blinks. So yeah, that is the neutral sig. Now we're on to combos. For the spear, the main one you'll see is side light into down light, and you can see I got only 2 dodge windows right there, which is a really great reliable combo, something that you can pull very easily in any elo, and people can get hit by it unless you're not doing it correctly, because you see there I just did it and it was 15 dodge windows, which is not something you want to be doing. But yeah, that is a nice reliable combo. Something you can do off of that would be downlight into side air, but I suck at that, so you can also jump and do a neutral light, which if they're backing off, you would want to pull a side air instead. I think actually I know how to pull this off. Hold up, right up here, and boom. So yeah, pretty good. Got quite a bit of damage in there. You see I got him to yellow. 6 dodge windows, so that's nice. Another combo we've got is the side air into neutral light, which as you can see is only 1 dodge window, which is really nice. I think you can get that true right there. No dodge windows, which is really nice. So that's a combo that I'm not necessarily too good at, but if you master it, it can be really great. A nice combo for if they're in lower health, Hold on, I'm just gonna set the bot to a lower health. I think it's like around, it's a very specific health. I think it's like 150, around 150. Or, hold up. The downer into side light. Yeah. And that can kill depending on your position on the map. So yeah, you see I just knocked him like way over there. And then I pull it down there and he's already dead. So there's that combo in the higher healths. So yeah, we've got that. Now here's a bit more of a complicated one, but this is one I like to pull on my friends because if you can read their dodge, then it's really great. But side light into down light, gravity cancel, down light, jump, neutral air. And you can see that already got him into dark yellow, which is really nice. Lots of pros like to instead do that, and then jump side air, but I prefer the neutral air. The side air can get more damage in, but the neutral air just for me is more reliable personally. So that's a great combo. More of a string, I guess, because it's a couple combos put together, but that's one of my favorites. Something you'll see in lower elos is side light, down light, recovery, which isn't exactly the best combo that you can pull on the spear. Very easy to read, and very easy to dodge, because of how much time that they're wasting. And the amount of power from the recovery isn't even as much as a side air. It's around the same as a neutral, like you can see. So that's 14 damage. And if I get them into the air and then do that, didn't work. If I get them into the air and do, okay, well, that's not going to work. Anyway, the recovery does about as much damage as a neutral light, maybe even, I think, just a little bit more. But those are some of the combos that I know, personally. Now, some people, you can also go like this, and hold up, here, I'm going to put on a dodge reaction here. So the bot's going to dodge neutral. You can see when it dodges neutral, it's just like that. So something you can do for a dodge read that lots of pros like to do is a side light dash down light, like that. And you can see I got them right there because they can't dodge that after they've wasted their dodge. So you can do that, and then you can pull off a bunch of different things that get them just really damaged. And you should never follow up a sig with a sig like I just did. It's not exactly the wisest thing to do, especially if your opponent's good at reading what you're going to be doing. And sig spamming, signature spamming, the heavy attacks, it's not exactly the most effective strategy, because your opponent can tell what you're going to do. Certain characters, it's harder to dodge their signature abilities. Orion, it's more or less easy if you know where the hitboxes are. Then again, it's the same for most characters. Anyway, that will be the end of my spear guide today. My review on it, I'm a spear main personally. I really like it. It's a very great weapon. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll be making more combo and I guess just weapon guides for Brawlhalla. If anybody wants to see them, just comment on the video. Like it so, you know, I feel good about it, I guess. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I will see everybody else later. Goodbye.